Good day to all of my emperors and empresses, gods and goddesses, kings and queens, princesses and princesses. Last but never least, we got the bitches and the bitchettes. And now we'll never forget about the bitches and bitchettes. Why? Because it's levels to the bullshit, silly. Now, anything you would like to know about me is in the description box below. And I'm coming to y'all with a quick messages on today. Quick messages on today. And I would like to talk about empathy. And empathy, if you don't know what empathy is putting yourself in someone else's shoes. Even if you haven't experienced it, or what would you want done if something was to happen traumatic or out of your nature? What would you want to happen to you? Say if you're homeless, you're walking and needing something to eat, needing something to drink. You like, oh, if I was homeless, needing something to eat, needing something to drink, I would want somebody to give me, first of all, a fucking place to stay. Secondly, if they can't do that, at least something to eat, something to drink. Say if, okay, for instance, say if you know somebody that was born in the 1960s, 1970s, and they are so-called stuck in their ways. But it's not that they're stuck in their ways, they just don't trust. They just don't want to open up because they've been hurt so much. So, when you try to show them some new ways, they're not as open. So it's not for you to get upset that they're not open to try out your new ways, but understand that they came from a place of not trusting. They've been through a lot. Back in the 1960s, 1970s, that was the time you might as well say they just got out of slavery, because slavery actually ended 1950s, I believe. Don't quote me. So it's not going to be as easy, loving guidance, it's not going to be as easy for them to open up due to the fact of, they've been through a lot and shit, they were surviving. So, and not only that, they've been through a lot. For example, you see some stuff that they even did then, they wouldn't pull that shit now. For example, my grandfather, I talked to y'all about my grandfather, and how he was basically old school than a mug. I remember my father actually telling me a story of my grandfather and how he came to his house. He came to his house. My dad wasn't living with my grandpa. My grandpa, I don't know what his issue was, but he came to my dad's house and he started banging on the door. Get out here, you sissy. And my dad was like 23, 24 years old. So they didn't have a lot of respect back in those times either. Now, I'm not saying, because that was disrespectful, I'm not saying don't defend yourself or don't put up boundaries and respect, because obviously my dad didn't know that he should still had respect for him, loving guidance. he should still have respect for him due to the fact that he is still a man. You can't tell another man, get the fuck, come out here. Come on, you sissy, get out here. Get out here. I don't give a damn if you are their dad. But obviously, Grandpa had been through a lot. He had been through war. He had been through all type of things. Abuse. Hell, I don't know if he picked cotton or anything, but his mama probably picked cotton. My great grandmother. So it's like, yeah, I feel for you. Yes. Oh my God, that's terrible. But you will not disrespect me, Father. My father tried that on me. He tried to, he did. He came to my apartment and bust the door down, and I had to defend myself. So that was a wrestle in that time. Yes, I get it. You've been through things, but I won't let you be destructive, or I won't let you come into my space and try to intimidate me, because at the end of the day, I'm still a woman. Empathy. When you're a child, when a child is a child. You see, I never had a protector. So, I always felt like I had to protect myself. I say this all the time. It's okay to get angry. It was even okay for my dad to get angry. It was okay for my grandpa to get angry in those times. But to react on that anger and start getting physical, that's when the problem lies. Yes, I totally feel where you're coming from. Yes, you've been done wrong, but it's not up to you to put your hands on me or try to put your hands on me because you feel like, you wronged me. No, that's how a lot of people get hurt. Empathy. Put yourself in that person's shoes. But the abuse, we not gonna do that. For instance, that's what I mean, learning how to control your anger as well, and teaching your children this, because the adults that get angry, because once upon a time, my dad was a child. Once upon a time, my grandfather was a child. So this is how they even behaved as children, and nobody told them like, hey, it's okay to be angry. Hey, it's okay to be sad. Hey, it's okay. But when you're sad, okay, go back to sad. When you're sad, that doesn't mean that you start harming yourself, or that doesn't mean you start harming others. A lot of people lose good people in their life due to the fact of they have anger issues or sad issues, and they start trying to hurt the other person, thinking that's going to gather their attention, or thinking that's going to make things better. Because some people think like, if I act this way, I'm gonna make things better. How old are you? Because that's how a child acts. You don't want to act like no child to get somebody's attention. That's going to be a turnoff. Say, for instance, you get angry. And this actually happened to me once. My children's father, the first time we got into it, I was pregnant. I had my first child by him. And he was driving my car. He reached inside of my radio. He had my radio, snatched the radio out and threw it out the car. Instead of me thinking like, oh my God, I'm in trouble, I just began to cry and stuff, not realizing I was dealing with a whole narcissist, a child. When he got angry, it was no reason for him to do that. He just got angry, and that's what he did. But I also have to put myself in his shoes. But then he didn't respect me, so it's kind of hard to put myself in a person like that's shoes, because I have to defend myself at this point. When I should have been drawn away after that, but instead I stayed. And I probably would have never left if he wouldn't have put my daughter and I asses out. He put us out. After 2017, I got out the mental institution. I wasn't doing my best. My health wasn't at its best. And he put all 4 of our asses out of his house. Actually, 5. If he wouldn't have did that, I would have never left. So it's different situations for different folks. Empathy. Trying to put your... That's an example on empathy, because I told him, like, how could you do this? I even think I said, put karma is real and karma will come back for you. And he said, I don't give a fuck. Like that. And I was like, oh, wow. Now I apologize about this dry nose, y'all. I am in the wintertime, and my skin get real dry in the wintertime. It ain't nothing I can do. But if you have any ideas, please tell me. Empathy. This is what I mean. Put yourself in another person's shoes. But when it becomes disrespectful, that's when you must draw yourself back until y'all can talk again. Now, I know another person. I'm just going to leave it like this. I know somebody that, hold on, look like I see somebody, y'all. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, I know someone that said, I'm just cutting people off, letting people go. I don't give a fuck. I'm cutting them off. No, real cold. No empathy. But then I told him, like, okay, well, did you talk to the person and let them know how you feel before you just cut them off? Did you talk to them? No, I didn't talk to him. I gave him 3 chances. We always quick to say how many chances we're going to give somebody. When the Almighty give us chances and chances and chances, how many times has the Almighty done saved you from some stuff? And it's been 5 chances and you said you wasn't going to do that thing no more. Too many times. So I asked them, did you talk to him? Yeah, I tried to talk to them. Okay, you tried to talk to them? So that means there was no communication during this process. You see, when we're having a communication, I'm going to leave it at this. When we're having a communication time with someone, or when it's time for us to talk to someone, we never really listen. We're so quick to rebuttal back, or we're so quick to say something, but we don't really listen. Empathy. Listening. Actually putting yourself in that person's shoes. That's what will heal a situation. Empathy. Caring. Now, you might have to step away from that narcissist so they can realize some things. You can always plant a seed inside of them, inside of their ear. You can plant a seed in them, but it's going to take the Almighty to let them learn life lessons in order for it to be watered. You might even get an apology due to the fact that they know they have been abusive. And that's if they're willing to change. Some of them aren't. Some of them will never give you an apology. But you be the best you that you can be. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a positive, prosperous day. Go! I got that loud because of the truck, y'all. Kiss, kiss. Talk to you soon.